What's up, everybody? My name is Keishay, aka Shay, aka Shake and Bake, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a different tone. I brought out the sound recorder today because I had a bit of a week mentally, and we all know that with all of the stuff in the world going on right now, it's a bit hard to kind of see all of that happening and just smile through the day. But I made this channel as a place for like fun, and it'd be chill vibes. I come in here, be goofy, act the ass, but today is not gonna be any crazy edits, no memes, sadly. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of come up here and talk about some more serious things that's going on in the world, and my personal life kind of be a bit vulnerable, I guess, and really explain my mental with everything that's going on. So yeah, let's get into the video. First of all, I'm gonna say Destin Conrad was right. Life just been lifing, you know what I'm saying? I had a pretty rough week personally. My own mental was kind of falling, to be completely honest and transparent. I have depression. Where my depression girlies at? Uh, and some days are better than others. I've been under a lot of stress with not just like personal life, but work. And YouTube is something that's very new to me in practice. Like, I love YouTube. I love YouTubers. I have a lot of YouTubers that I watch on a daily basis. But actively getting in front of a camera and talking is not really my cup of tea. Like, I don't really like doing that. I don't really like being on camera. So this has been an adjustment. I do want to thank everybody, all of my homies, for all of the support, because without y'all I would still be doing it, but like it's like it's good to know that I have people who support me in my corner, and I have a lot of family that loves me, a lot of friends that have my back, which I am grateful for. And when I'm having my downswings like I do, I just think about that and keep in mind that there are people who are in my corner who want to see me fly, you know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of pulls me out of it. And also, just kind of acknowledging that I'm not in the worst situation. A lot of other people don't have the things that I have, and they still go, they keep going, they make it work. But I did see like a funny comment under under somebody's TikTok where they was like, funerals are too expensive, so I gotta keep going. That was kind of funny to me. It's a little morbid, but I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know. This week was pretty bad. Like Tuesday, I missed a day of work, which in this economy is not good at all. You need every little piece of a coin you can get. But I did miss a day of work. It was not a great day for me. Sometimes my depression is like crippling. Like I can barely get out of bed. I barely want to do anything. I'm just like overly exhausted and tired. And that's how I was feeling. Like I just felt like I wanted to lay around in my bed and rot all day. And I low-key did, I'm not gonna lie. And that really, made me stressed out even more, because I'm like, oh my God, I gotta put out a video on Friday. But this isn't supposed to be stressful. So I just pivoted and like took what I was feeling and decided that I was gonna just make a video about that. So we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. I do have a video that I'm going to do next week. And then today I realized that I made a hair appointment with my sister. Shout out to Touch by Kaya on Instagram. But I was supposed to get my hair done on Friday. Can't even take the day off on Friday because I already missed a day. Barely can afford to miss one. Can't miss two. And they did not approve me for my day off that I know of. I did not get approved to take the day off to get my hair done. So this is why I got the messy bun. My hair is a mess right now. It is what it is, though. I did want to take the opportunity to talk about some more serious existential things that's going on in the world that affects more people than just me. The government has been shut down for 28 days. And as of November 1st, SNAP benefits for nearly 42 million Americans will be paused, is what they're trying to say. I think they're saying paused. I'm really trying hard to understand why that would be the thing that needs to happen now, especially because the holidays are coming up and SNAP benefits have always been the thing that if they don't have money for anything else, they're going to put it towards people so they can have food security. And it's been that way since the Great Depression, from my understanding. We have never had a situation where our government just decided that, okay, well, supplementary income for people who are below the poverty line, we're just gonna take that away. So from what I researched, USDA issued a statement, and part of that statement read, bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued as of November 1st. And I'm shooting this as of October 29th. So within like the next 3 days, there will be no more SNAP benefits. And like I said before, that will affect nearly 42 million people, mainly seniors, people with children, and disabled individuals. And my main problem isn't just the fact that it's going to affect so many people. I live in Illinois, and in the state of Illinois, nearly 2 million of that 42 million people are using SNAP benefits to literally supplement the income that people are barely getting because the economy is shit. People don't have jobs. Like, I feel like I'm mentioning this every video because it's so real. People don't have jobs, and the jobs that people do have are paying way below the cost of living. In Chicago alone, in order to live comfortably in Chicago, in the city of Chicago, you have to be making like $35 an hour, which nobody is making that. like nobody that I know, for the most part, is making that much money, and that's just the city of Chicago. I personally am in the south suburbs, and even with that being said, it's like, where are these jobs that are allowing people to make the money? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a thing right now. And the thing that's really bothering me is the conversation that's going around this whole thing, because we're sitting here talking about how our government has run out of money, which I don't believe. I think that's bullshit. But our government has run out of money, and there's no help for these people who are already working extremely hard. And the conversation around the SNAP benefits being cut by people that I know, people on the internet, is basically, we shouldn't have SNAP benefits because people abuse the government assistance. Like, so most of the people that use SNAP are not abusing SNAP benefits. Most of the people that use SNAP work, and they are below the poverty line. So it's just like, why are we all of a sudden not understanding that, or not taking into account that people aren't just trying to scam to use the government. The government already doesn't want to help. People already have to jump through hoops to even get SNAP benefits. And now you're like, well, I work hard. They need to work a little harder. Maybe they need to pick up a second job. It's like, no. What jobs? What jobs? We have the lowest unemployment rate. Why all this stuff want to happen when I become an adult? I'm hot. I'm heated. It really just give y'all hate poor people. Like, y'all hate the fact that people are poor. But my whole thing is like, the same way that people understand that wealth is generational, poverty is generational as well. This is a systemic issue, especially as black folks. There are so many black people in my life and on the internet who are sitting here blaming people that live below the poverty line for the situation that they're in, when it's not all their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know as black people that black people and POC, whether people want to acknowledge this or not, because we are in this predicament because a lot of POC decided to change their vote and vote for a guy who did not care about them in the first place, and is showing that he does not care about you now. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Poverty is systemic. Oppression is systemic. So anytime the government puts something in place or takes something away, it always affects minorities before it affects anybody else. And intersectionality is real. So I mean, if you're black, if you're poor, if you're an immigrant, if you are white and you're poor, it affects you too. If you live below the poverty line, which most Americans do, this is going to affect you. So I'm trying to understand why we're all here sitting up here being like, well, if they not working, then this and this and that, people abuse SNAP and da-da-da. It's like, I thought the whole point of the government was to help its citizens, especially in a democracy. The whole point of the government is to assist its citizens. The government is supposed to be created by the people and work for the people. You are a public servant. You work for your constituents. Your constituents are the reason why you have the position that you have. And instead of using that power for the betterment of their lives, you're actively using it to kick them down even further and then tell them, okay, get back up and work a little harder and maybe you can get to where I am. When we all know that that is just not the truth. It's not true. It's a farce. And I really just don't understand. Like, I do understand. We all have been brainwashed. We're all colonized to think individualistically, if that's a word. As Americans, especially, we're all too individualistic. Like, we feel that if it doesn't directly affect us, then it's not a problem. It's not something that you should speak on. And that is not the case. Y'all know the saying, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. That's how it's getting. Complete transparency, vulnerability here. At the beginning of the year, I was out of work. I did not have a job. I applied to over, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Oh my God. I applied to over 600 jobs within like 6 months and nothing. The job that I have now, I got because my friend is still in contact with one of my high school mentors, and she was looking for a photographer and videographer. And that's how I got my job. So a job that I didn't even apply for is the job that I wound up having. Thank you. It's not a great economy out here. For jobs to be as scarce as they are, for right now to be the time to get rid of Snap, it's just evil. It's just like, it's evil. And it's like, it was really bothering me throughout the week because it's like, bro, people need that stuff, bro. There are people that are going to starve. The holidays are coming up. People aren't going to be able to have Thanksgiving with their family. What about the people that don't have family? It's unfortunate, but there are other creators that are more equipped to talk about this and do a very eloquent job at explaining why this is such a big deal and why, even if you don't think it affects you, it does and it will. All of these bills and things that are being passed by the Trump administration affects us all. If you're not rich, then it affects you. You just don't know how yet. I'm trying my best to cope. This is my way of coping, talking to you guys or journaling or drawing or getting my mind off of all of that and really just trying to look at the bright side, which is that I'm alive, I'm healthy, I can get around, I have a car that works for the moment. So all of those things I just keep in mind that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the fact that I am a person who was not reliant on SNAP benefits anymore. I'm not a person who's reliant on SNAP benefits to get me through the month anymore. So, I just hope that the people who were find the proper resources and help to get them the things that they need to survive and take care of their families and make it through this winter. With that being said, I do want to, give out some resources that will be in the description box for food pantries and other things that people may need to use throughout the holidays. I know that in the South Suburban area, Restoration Ministries has a Thanksgiving food drive every year. If I can find the information for that, it'll be down in the description. I used to do it for community service back when I was in high school, and it's always a big turnout. I think there may be an application process, I'm not sure, but it is income based and you are allowed to come in and, basically shop for the holidays, get some food, get a turkey, stuff like that. So if you are in the South Suburban area, check out Restoration Ministries and see what type of resources they have for you. I will also put some down in the description box if I know of any churches or grocery stores that are doing food drives. There are a lot of resources out there, so I would even check with your local libraries and your city halls to see what they'll be having going on. Grocery vouchers, food vouchers that you can look into. Just look into all of those things if you are a person who needs that supplemental help, because this is a rough time. I also just wanted to end this by giving some words of encouragement to my people who are struggling mentally and financially. I don't want to sound cliche, but everything will work out in a way to where you will get further than where you were before. You're always going to be moving forward. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked back, and use those setbacks as lessons learned. Use those setbacks as motivation to push harder and motivate yourself into being proud of the progress that you've made so far. Don't let the government steal your joy. The government is doing what governments do and being greedy and corrupt and disgusting. Allegedly. You got to live life the way that you can, in the best way that you can, in the way that you know how. And the best way to resist is through happiness. misery loves company, and when you isolate that, it dies off. I hope that everybody, take something from this video. Like I said, resources will be put in the description box below. I am in Illinois, so a lot of my resources will be for Illinois. I will look at some national things that are going on and see what type of resources that are given and try to put those down there too. If you who are watching know any resources for food pantries or food drives or coat drives or anything, put that down in the comment section so people can tap into those and find things that's helping them. As this video will be posted on Halloween, so happy Halloween to everybody. Enjoy yourselves, be safe, have a good time. I do have something to look forward to, but it's not today. I'm talking about when I post this video. It's not as of Halloween. I have a drag show to go to on November 1st, and I'm really excited about that. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a comment. Like I said, like, subscribe, share this video so it can get out to more people. If you are one of my homies or family members watching, I love you. Thank you for watching and tuning into my video. We will be back to our regularly scheduled program next week. Happy Halloween, and I'll see y'all next time.